was doing it for my cousin as a club owner. And from there, like, the money was really like, I want to say it was funny because I was young and he really took advantage of me. So it came to the point of August 13, 2018, where
You're so
basically
funny.
I had 69 cents in my account. And when I had 69 cents in my account, it made me feel like it's not worth it. I need to come up with some type of something new. So being from there, my mom came and brought me like some Piggly Wiggly wings, which basically are like, they're like miscut. They're like the lowest of the lowest, but I made of it. Like I either had to eat them or I said sell them. And a lot of people around me say they love how I eat. I mean, cook. So from there, what I did was I said, okay, let me just do an 8-piece, have 3 sauces, and let me see if I can get people to sell it. I mean, buy it. So from there, like I was literally cooking the chicken, then delivering it. And then I said, you know what? I read the 4 quadrants. I said, like, I could either be a small business owner or I want to shoot for the start. Like the law of attraction says that if you want to think big, you have to literally like put yourself in that position and be like,
Yep.
okay, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. So what I did was I said, I'm finna put everyone around me in the position to make money. So I started hiring people and I said, I want to build a system. So when I read, I want to say it was either Cash Flow Quadrants or Rich Dad Poor Dad, it was a part when they talked about McDonald's and they said, anyone can make a burger better than McDonald's, but can you build a system better than that?
Yeah.
So a lot of people in Tallahassee, Florida, once they seen that I came and started being an entrepreneur and starting my own business, a lot of people start pushing me out. Like the banks won't give me loans or anything because I didn't have the experience of having the tax returns, which I worked for someone and they did it on the table. So there's no way of doing that. I have a great credit score. I have the ambition. I have the pride, just don't have the capital. And then I seen in one of your videos where you said that a small business always need a good mentor. And it's like what I've always been preaching to my cousin was I need someone that can take me to the next level because I know for a
Yeah.
fact it's gonna sell. Because from what I was looking at, gross sales was $72,000, and
Yeah.
that
So
was
tell me about
material.
what you've done. So you've made 72,000 in what time period?
This is from August 2018 to October 25th. So basically, October
Yeah.
31st of this year was my last day cooking at this house. I basically rented my professor house because I didn't have nowhere to like cook, and I started to hustle there. It was a trials and tribulation with that because they were very filthy, but I had to make the best of it. So I had people literally like placing orders. They're coming in to grab the food and everything. And then the last month, I also got an opportunity to partner up with DoorDash, which you know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so with DoorDash, and they said I was basically the first house to even have like a delivery system to like have people ordering my food, and that's how I was so able to get the college students. I noticed on the South Side, it was a need for this food that's fast, make it simple, and because a lot of people when a consumer come to a place, they're always indecisive. So what I do is I make burgers, chicken, and fries. So if you want a burger, you can get a burger. You want a chicken, you can get chicken. You want both? I got a burger and chicken wing plate. So basically, I make it so easy for you to be able to just buy and just
It's
be
good.
happy. Then I got control over their creative control. So basically, what I like about my customers is they have their own identity. Some people might say, okay, on my burgers, I want this sauce. On my chicken, I want this sauce. On my fries, I want this sauce. I say, do your thing, because at the end of the day, you have to have the consumer happy and you have to have a good customer relationship. So it's just the thing is that when I seen that you're a millionaire mentor, I always preach and I always say that I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. I want to help people. I want to start a foundation. So I
Yep.
literally been reading Think and Grow Rich, and I wrote down stuff. And every morning and every night, I literally yell out, "I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a billionaire," and everything. I just need the right person to put me in that position. So
Yeah.
I
I need
have
to
the
get
system.
you my books. You need to read
Yes,
my Millionaire Maker books.
yes,
Um,
ma'am.
so tell me about your model. So right now, how do you have the structure? First of all, you incorporated, and do you have a license, a food license?
I have my Surf Safe, I have my LLC and everything, and I can't get in DPR because you have to have a real location for them to set up and say that it's business regulation. So what I was saying was I had rented out someone's house and started a hustle. I never had like it wasn't supposed to happen. It was really a side hustle because I didn't want to be broke. So I
No,
just
I get
started.
it, but you still have like the health departments. I mean, have you contacted the health department for a
Yeah, they
license on
just
all this?
said
You have all that?
yes, ma'am. Basically, they said with that is the only license I'm missing is the DPR, and DPR just wants you to have like a food truck or a building to be like, okay, this is present for them to come out to. They wasn't gonna give it to me at a house, so that's why I'm seeking funding for a food truck or a building, stuff like that, and partnership. And also, I'm working in the works of. I've been talking to agriculture because I made a sauce called Lovett sauce, which is very like it could be an all-purpose sauce because I put it in my lemonade before, and I done put it on wings, burgers, fries, and everything. So I have two different other venues that we could do some work with.
So right now, how's your, like, what the revenue model? So with DoorDash, they obviously take a percent and then they do deliver. So is everything delivery, pickup and delivery?
Yeah, pick up a delivery, and I also had my own delivery company too, where I paid him like I think it was like $30. Then on top of that, he get like $4 or $5 off each delivery. And then I had my employees when I first started. I didn't have the mentor to teach me how to run a business, so I was doing people like, if you work 6 hours, I give you $50, or you work 8 hours, I give you $70, something like that. Then I started saying, you know what, I need to get focused and get in order. But the thing is that the people around me, they're on that small business stability side that they don't know how to, talk
Scale.
to me in a way to let me know, okay, this is what you need to do. So I
Yep.
never knew how to do certain stuff, but I'm learning and I'm willing to be coachable, honestly.
Yeah. Well, you've done well with what you've had. So how much money do you think you have into this so far?
Um, let's see. So when you say that, you mean like my net profit or like
No,
food?
how much have you invested? I mean, have you put everything you made back into it? Because
Yes, so
obviously,
basically how it is like the problem is okay. So when I started with 69 cents, I got the chicken, I flipped it. Then I went to Sam's and I spent like $100. Then I flipped that. Then I found a distributor who's in Pelham, Georgia, which basically like they bring chicken to like Zaxby's, Wingstop, and all them places. So I got them coming. So we built a relationship where they start giving it to me like $2.19 a pound, and basically like a case of chicken, you get 290 to 300 wings. So basically, you get 36 to 47
yeah.
plates of it in that range, and then basically like, I don't know if you ever seen my menu, but I basically make it very affordable.
Okay.
And this is
Awesome.
also like, the thing, because I've been doing this ever since
Nope.
college.
Good brand. I like it.
Yes, ma'am. So basically, what it is like, as soon as I make money, I put back in. I even went to that type of moment where I knew that I'm gonna have to give up like club nights. I'm gonna have to get up partying. If this is what I want to do, I'd rather work hard now and then party later. And a lot of people around me don't understand why I take sacrifices because I say I'm not trying to be still on the rat race of the 8 to 5 and being tired. Like my mother has struggled all her life, and I said I want to get her debt free, and that's why like right here, I write down all my like decisions like what I want to do and like everything like how I say I want to get my mom out of debt. I want to help my peers. I want to start a foundation summer 2020 with a millionaire mindset. My cousin had met you when you was at in Miami, and I also DM'd you when I found out who you was. So I had DM'd you and sent you some stuff. Actually, could you be my mentor and help me?
All right. I love it. And yes, I will.
And that's my last
So do
name
you
too.
have a business plan at all?
Yes, I have a business plan. So I'm working with the small business development center. But the thing about them
In
is,
Tallahassee?
it's yes, ma'am, and it's prolonging because they deal with so many consultants that you have to do one session and then you have to wait the next week to do it. So like being that at first I was running it like a small business, like putting my heart and effort from 7 a.m. to midnight, working, working, working. I ain't have time to do the business aspect. So that's what I've been doing like these last week that I closed it down, and I've been just focusing on getting my business together and making a module because I basically want a franchise. So yesterday I went to all three of the colleges and talked to like the people that's over the food, and they just told me it's gonna take you money, and they'll sit down and talk to me. But it's a proven product and I have a good following.
Yeah, I wouldn't franchise for a while though. It's the regulation around that. I would license what your best, fastest idea. And I have another client in San Francisco. She does sushi trucks.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, and that's not hard to get investment dollars if you go to the truck route. But I would get back up into revenue right away. Don't have that. Um, don't have that stay down very long.
Yeah, that's the thing, and the reason why it's down right now because I don't have no way of getting the money to keep it going. Because after October 31st, the dude want to turn his house to an Airbnb, so I lost that place. So I really want to get a food truck, but the thing about the food truck is they want you to have like a certain credit score, and you have to have the tax, the little 2-year tax returns and everything. So that's why my best bet, what Regents told me was to get an investor, and I
Yep.
was willing to give up some equity because I know once someone like see my passion and see my dreams, it's over with. I'm coming to dominate, and I actually got a plan on how I'm going to kill my competition or dominate my competition. Cause I love this book that Grant Cardone made called "Sell or Be Sold," and that's what
Yep.
I like. You gotta like. It's just I'm so
You're
passionate
so
about
good.
it.
You're great.
Yes, ma'am.
So can I get your business plan? I don't know that I Do I have his business plan? I don't.
I know, man. I just sent you a pitch deck.
You did send it?
I sent just a pitch deck. The business plan, I'm still waiting on the dude to help me with it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll look through that. And then what's your ask? What are you thinking you need right now? I mean, have you gone out and
A
priced the
food
trucks?
truck. A
I know.
food
Have you
truck,
priced them?
honestly, and yes, ma'am. It's a place in Orlando, and they said basically with the food truck, it'd be $29,000, and they could either do it that way up front, or you could do 9,000 down and the 3-year payment. But also you have to have a generator and certain stuff, which is like I have to look into and all that. But I know like automatically, I'm just looking at the numbers when I seen that when it came to running it in the house, it took me like 2,700 a week to like get just straight food. So that's why my food cost was like 36,000 and stuff.
Well, and then you're geo targeted, to be stuck there versus the trucks. Like my client in California, I mean, she can move anywhere with that food truck as long as she's got her licenses. And
Yes,
at different times and different days and different neighborhoods. I mean, she's got the whole little system worked out. I'm just curious because Vegas Chris is watching. So is this Chris Terry? Is that you that's out there? Were you hanging out a couple weeks ago in Miami? Is that Chris that was on the panel? I'm just curious because it would be fun for he and I to partner with you on this. So right now, what you're you need more than 29. So what's your ask, your real ask? So yeah, you need the truck, but then what?
See, that's why I was saying, because being that I don't know too much about like running a business, that's why I said I want a mentor too to actually show me exactly. That's why I said I'm coachable, because all I know is how to hustle. I know how to get the money in. I know how to get the clients. I know exactly how to deal with millennials because I just graduated, and I know how to talk to college students. I know how to
How
make
old
them
are you?
I'm 23.
23? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
My son's right across from you in Jacksonville University right now. He's 20.
That's crazy. My girlfriend staying on Jacksonville. And Jacksonville University was one of the schools when I was in high school. We did like a black male explore where we went there to view the college.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, he's an O lineman, plays football there.
Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah, super cool. So I think that if this is Chris, we'll talk offline because he's another investor.
You said Chris Terry?
Yeah, he's another.
I think that's the dude that told my cousin. Because my cousin was the
we're both
investors.
Yeah, we're both investor sharks. I'm pretty sure that's him. Smart dude, and sounds like he knows how to do this as well. I would go the truck route. I wouldn't go the franchising route for a while.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So.
Like the famous Dave is a good friend of mine, and if you asked him privately, number one, he stayed in the licensing side, then he went franchise, then he went public. And I said, if you had to do any of those moves over, he said franchise, it's just the regulation. It allows you. Well, awesome. Hi, Chris. We're gonna have to follow up on different text. I'd keep it all yourself for a while. Let's work the model for a while, try a few different models. The investor side of food trucks, because I'm working with another guy I saw Game Zone out here. Same idea is investors. It's not difficult to sell a truck to an investor where you revenue share on the truck, right? So the model would be getting investors to buy a variety of trucks, and then you blend the return in all of those. So I can explain that more as we work together. I just haven't had a chance to see your business plan. And can I send you back on an email some forms?
Yes, ma'am.
That I want you to fill out. They're like our business plan forms. So that way you can put together a better P&L and a balance sheet the way we want to see it, and probably the way investors want to see it.
Okay.
So you just got to spin your numbers into a different form.
Okay.
Does that work?
Fine. Yes, ma'am. Because I also have it like, I have an Excel sheet that I made, and it basically go from like day-to-day sales. I have my expenses, my payroll, and basically everything, like how much, as soon as I make a deposit, I put everything in the bank. Everything.
Okay. So and then when you say payroll, are you actually W-2 payroll, like doing formal?
I mean, like payroll as in like, at first I was just, remember I told you I was just paying people. What I started doing then is like giving them a wage and actually like doing it like that and keeping track of it.
Yeah.
Because remember,
you've never given formal like W-2 paychecks, have you?
Oh no, ma'am. Well, I'm going to file taxes this year though, because this is when I really started taking it. Well, January was when I started taking it serious. Last year was just more of me just playing around with it, just to see like how could I make money off of it.
And do you have a good accountant?
I would say he's over the small business development place. So
I'll give you ours.
Okay.
Okay. So when we end, I'll send you a message of where to email. We'll email you back a P&L and balance sheet the way we want to see it. So you can just kind of refill out your documents and that format. And then how much are you wanting to give it for the trucks? I mean, what's the equity that you're looking at giving? Are you open to sorting that out?
I was right now I have to see like what all it is, but I was thinking like 20%, something like that, like overall, because I want to make it like so basically like we have a partnership because they might know stuff that I might don't know, and we can both like you can't do it by yourself at the end of the day. That's what I learned. So I'm just up into just work really.
Awesome.
Figure out a better system.
Okay, so you've been down what, a week or two?
Basically my last day was the 25th. So ever
Okay.
since then, I
And there's
just
nowhere you can cook right now?
the place where I was telling you with the man house, he said I can use his property, which is right next to the campus, and he want 400 a month. So I can still cook there. It's just that I can't cook inside of the house.
So what do you mean you can still cook there?
Like I can
You
cook
mean
in
like
on his property on his land, so I can put a
by having
food
a
truck on
truck?
his land. Yes, ma'am. That's why I was saying I need an investor for a food truck.
Okay, so that's, I think, the angle that we would go.
Yeah.
But before then, just because you don't want to lose your customer base, you've worked hard for that more than you know, is I would find a restaurant in town. They have to have known about you. And are they willing to, like a bakery would be an interesting place. Well, it depends on, how much equipment. Do you bring your own equipment in to cook?
Yeah, I had my own equipment, but being that being I had industrial stuff and it was in the house, like it really didn't work that well. And that was the main reason. Like I had outgrown the house too. On top of like it's closing down, so it was hurting me more because we had long wait times because the food couldn't really cook as fast as it could because of the house electricity, and it was an older house.
When's your kind of food rush? Is it a lunch thing or is it a dinner thing or is it
So
all day long?
basically, what it is on the south side of Tallahassee, how it's set up is after 10 o'clock is no food. But on like 5 miles later, you can go to like midnight. So what I wanted to do was take advantage of like college students, they be hungry. So what I said was I'm doing like 4 to midnight or certain times like that. Sometimes like if it's a club event, 'cause I used to be a club promoter and I know like how the seasons go. I'll do like a 10 to 3 a.m. or 10 to 4 a.m. So I like the after hour spot because that's when people, they settle down, they get hungry. And kids have the munchies. Yeah. That's why that works
You're
very well.
awesome. Kids with the munchies.
Yeah.
You're good. I like it. I like your hustle. So I'm going to email you back our form. And then I want you to go. Do you have anything in writing on the food truck, like a formal bid?
Well, I was talking to, they're called One Fat Frog, and they're like, they just build food trucks, and they just told me it take 3 months to when you go through that way. And then I was
Okay, but
talking,
I want you to go look. I want you to go look for used food trucks.
okay,
Go out to that lovely place called the internet and see what is out there for used food trucks, because there's probably a lot that have already attempted it and blew it that you could also get cheaper.
okay, let me go see.
And yeah, and you have to then we'd have to weigh the difference between rehabbing one that's already there, just having them custom made. Hi, Gina from Kiki Torches.
This one right here, I just seen when I just looked, it says 7,500.
See, yeah.
Well, 1990.
All right. And what is your credit like? You said, have you ever done anything with your credit?
Let me pull it up real quick.
You seem surprised.
No, I was saying because it was it's taking too long to load. That's where I'm at right now.
That's not too bad. All right, we can work with that.
Okay.
All right, well done. So I'm going to email you back, and
I had DM you too on Instagram.
You what?
I had direct message you on Instagram too.
On Instagram?
Yes, ma'am.
Under Gabriel?
No, it's you gotta love it 18.
You gotta love it 18. So I'll tell Kevin. So I have another team that organizes with that, but I'll let them know to get me the messages. So that's not me directly. So the email that I'm going to give you would be me directly. Yes, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of homework, but I'd love to mentor you. This would be so easy.
That's what I'm
so easy. And are you, do you have a Florida LLC?
Yes, it's called Lovett's Burger Chicken and Fries LLC. And then I also got a marketing.
And do you have a good operating agreement?
I just needed that bread.
You do. Ma'am? You need a little bit of a bridge. You're doing really well. Super exciting. All right. So I'm also going to put my phone number in there. So
Yes.
I
I can't wait.
know we're going to do
It's
this. We're
gonna be
good.
over, bro. I'm telling you, like, I'm finna smash that. Cause it's crazy. Like, one of the competitors, they sent the cry emoji when I said I was closing down, but they just don't know. When I come back, it's over.
Yeah.
I'm
But
really
I really
gonna
want you to
smash
come
that.
back. Like, I wonder if there's a restaurant around town or something just in the short-term bridge. Like, you got to keep that customer base. You've worked
Mm-hmm.
way too hard for that. So I need you cooking again. So
Yes,
where
ma'am.
can you cook in the short term while we figure out the truck thing?
Okay, I'll go check and see, and I'll go look around after this. 'Cause I'm finna
Well, a
go
lot of
a
times,
little
like
run
other
and look.
restaurants, whether nightclubs that have restaurants, pizzerias would be another place to check. But on their off hours, would they let you cook, or would they give you some revenue share for you to be in their facility? They may have insurance problems with that, but you know,
Yeah, I'll
you
look
can't
into
lose
that.
that customer base.
Yes, ma'am. And then, oh, I'm glad you said that. So also what I did was I researched, it's something called express text that I use. And that's where I basically, like, everyone that texts me or email me, I put them in a database and I send out mass text. So I wouldn't necessarily like lose customers because I keep a like formal, like I used to like send out messages like, dear value customer, like we appreciate you as a customer and everything, just to ask me like the reviews, what I need to do
Yep.
better and stuff like that. So I keep in contact with my customers.
Well, and
And I
keep in.
post like,
I did that with the pizzeria that I flipped several years ago. Keep it.
mm,
Also keep track of what they buy from you, and if
oh,
and
I'm
and,
glad you
and
said
they'll have
that.
a pattern. So what you could do is say you start seeing them at lunch, and they always get chicken and fries, or somebody else gets a burger and
Mm,
fries. So what you can do an hour, 2 hours before, and say, hey, can I get your lunch ready? Did you still want the same chicken and fries you had, 2 days ago? So
that's what.
you can AI that to your text. So then also what you're doing is you're almost like pre-selling before they even get there and reminding them to come to you for lunch or dinner, whatever their pattern is. And if they're bar hoppers at midnight, say, hey, as you get
Mm-hmm.
out of the bar, don't forget to get your burger and fries on the way home. Like,
Yes,
be
man.
really specific about their orders. We did that in the pizzeria. It increased our valuation a lot.
And it's crazy to say that because like a lot of people like we're open from 4 to midnight. And people be texting me like 7, 8 in the morning to my son, "Are you open? Can you pre-order and stuff like that?" And
And
then
you're going
like
to
what
say
you just
yes,
right here. So this is what happened in 3 days. I don't know if you can see that.
kind of.
Let's see. You see how it says the top 10? This is on DoorDash. Top 10, how they say the 8 wing meals, then 10 wing meals, then burger and wing meals, chicken and fries, chicken
Look
tenders.
at that.
Yeah, it gives me it tells me like a lot of stuff. So this I like this pretty well. And then on
Yeah.
top of that, I take my own notes too, so I can know
Yeah. You
exactly
want
what's.
your own data. All right. Well, I got to
Yes,
go
ma'am.
take one more pitch.
Oh, my apologies.
And no, you are totally good. Gina, aren't you in Tallahassee out here watching? So Kiki Torches is watching. She's also, we worked with her very closely. I think she's in your area. No, she might be in Miami. I don't know. You guys should all connect. There's so many even from Florida. So I will, as soon as we disconnect, I'm going to send back a message for you to send an email back to me right away.
Okay, I will
Okay.
do.
Awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
You
Thank you.
too. Hey, thank you. Look forward to working with you.
Okay.
All right. Bye.